I've been in the field tech industry for 25 years now, so the things that I carry in my tool bags are the things that I have found that I use every single day. And this isn't just some pretty unboxing video. All of these tools are well loved and well used. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my drilling and my cutting tool bag. This is a part of my Tool Loadout series. I have a Tool Loadout playlist that I'll show up above that shows you different aspects of the different tool setups that I use in my work van every day. The tools that I keep in this bag are a little bit larger, so this is the 18-inch DeWalt. For my normal main tool bag, it is a 16-inch DeWalt. And I'm not super brand specific, but I found that these tool bags work really well. They stand up on their own, they don't collapse very easily. They have exterior pockets with different levels, as well as a Velcro pouch. And it has pockets around the interior of the inside, so everything isn't just thrown down into the bottom of the bag. The reason I have a main tool bag and a drill tool bag is because I don't use the things in this bag as often. My main tool bag is what I carry into almost every job site. If you don't know me, I'm Michael. I'm with Field Tech Academy, and I discuss all things field tech related. Let's get into it. I've been in the field tech industry for 25 years now, so the things that I carry in my tool bags are the things that I have found that I use every single day. And this isn't just some pretty unboxing video. All of these tools are well loved and well used. In the description of the video, I will have an Amazon link for a shopping list that includes everything here that is available on Amazon. That way, if there's something that you like, you can go directly to that list and find it easily on Amazon. Now, if you haven't watched my main tool list video, be sure to check that out. That has a lot of other tools that I carry into sites primarily, but this is the tool bag that I use kind of for my more heavy-duty cutting type tools. First of all, let's talk about drill bits. You always want to have some sort of masonry bit set. That way you can cut into brick and mortar and things like that. You always want to have a good wood and metal drill bit set. You want to have a higher grade one that'll stand up to more work. And of course, the smaller ones are always going to break. There's nothing you can do about that. And a lot of sets don't have a 1/2 inch drill bit. You want to make sure that you do grab one that has the 1/2 inch, because when you're doing toggler bolts and certain other things, that 1/2 inch is very important. That way you can install those items properly. You also want to carry around a hole saw set. There's a lot of times you're going to have to drill circular holes into countertops or various other places. So having a hole saw set with different sizes, typically at least up to 2 inches, is very important, because a lot of the grommets that you'll put into the desks and things like that are going to require a 2 inch. Another drill bit tip that I think is very important is a step bit. This allows you to do the same principle to cut a circular hole, but it also allows you to really gauge different sizes. And this works really well when you're drilling into a header and you need to fish cable down a wall. You want to create a nice circular size hole. That way your cables don't get cut as easily, and you can expand it out to make it as large as you need for as many cables that need to go down the wall. Of course, since we're drilling and cutting, you want to make sure that you have good ear protection. I hate those foam ones that you have to like squeeze and get just right and stuff them in your ear before they expand. So this set is just ones that slide directly into your ear, and they create most of the protection that you need. They'll be in the shopping list as well. You need a good dust mask, because you're going to create a lot of dust. You don't want to be breathing in insulation when you're doing ceiling work. And in this situation, you really do want an N95. You also want to get a good hand drywall saw when you're having to cut holes in walls for wall plates and different things like that. Having a hand one is nice. It doesn't create as much dust as an electrical one would, and it gives you more precision. For your drill bits, you need a good hammer drill. In my main tool bag, I carry a driver, but a lot of this stuff is going to require a chuck, and so you want to have a good hammer drill. That is especially useful when you're dealing with cement, brick, concrete. You need that hammer feature to really pound into that material and break it up and get through. Now, I'm not recommending any particular brand. This video isn't sponsored by anyone, but I would say that whatever brand you pick, you want to get all of your tools in the same brand. That way you're in the same ecosystem. That enables me to only carry around 2 batteries. I have one in this bag, I have one in my main tool bag. That way I don't have to deal with different devices having different batteries. Everything's interchangeable. Next, you want to have an oscillating tool.
Are you struggling to make enough money as a field tech on platforms like Field Nation and Work Market? Are you tired of service calls being offered at $25 an hour? The Direct Client Package has over 40 different national companies that offer subcontract IT service calls all across the United States. I have technicians who have bought the Direct Client Package and have recouped their investment within weeks. In addition to the names, you're going to receive onboarding contacts and information so you know how to join the client's network. You're going to get a client introduction letter. You're also going to get some exclusive video content that's not available to anyone else. If you are an experienced technician and you have a full tool loadout and you've got access to all the supplies you need to do service calls, then you should seriously consider the direct client package. I've included a link in the description of this video that will take you right to the direct client package, or you can go to our website at fieldtechacademy.com.
For years, I didn't even know these existed, and since I've bought these a few years ago, I will never go back. It's the same principle as a drywall saw. You can cut drywall with it, although I'm not going to use it for just a single wall plate. But if I'm doing a large project or having to cut a larger hole for maybe an access panel or something like that, using a cordless oscillating tool will save your arms a lot of strain. You do want to make sure you have two different kinds of blades. You want a regular blade that will do drywall and plastic and wood, but you also want a bimetal blade or whatever brand you use that says that it will do lightweight metal. So you want to be able to cut aluminum. You want to be able to cut wood that has nails in it. Anything that'll cut through metal, because if you try to cut metal with the drywall wood one, it's just going to eat the teeth right off of it. You may not be able to see it in the video, but this one got used on metal and the teeth are just ripped to shreds. It still works for drywall, so I haven't thrown it away, but very important, have both blades. If you're using cordless tools, you want to make sure you always have your battery charger with you, because you're going to run out of juice at some point and need to be able to charge your battery. Then we get into some of the more fundamental tools. Even though you're a data tech, you still need to have a hammer. You want to have a good pair of large channel locks. I carry a regular pair of pliers in my main tool bag, but sometimes you need something bigger. A lot of times you're going to run into having to cut a ground wire or something that is just a larger diameter. So having something that has more leverage and will actually cut larger gauge wire is very important to have as well. A lot of times you're going to run into a network rack that has stripped out screws or other places that have stripped out screws. Having a screw extractor kit on hand is really nice to be able to bail you out in that situation. Another thing you're going to want to have on hand is a voltmeter. Again, sometimes you're going to need to test voltages on a power supply or on a set of wires if you're getting a short or showing power on it. There's just different clients are going to require having a voltmeter on hand, so that's a good thing to carry in your drill and tool bag. It's always good to have a pair of regular work gloves, but there's a lot of times that you just don't have the dexterity that you need, so you want to get some good nitrile gloves. I found that the 0.7 mils are thicker, so it gives you more protection than just some of the thin nitrile gloves. I got these at Harbor Freight. They work really well. Now in my main tool bag, I did show you my 27-in-1 security bit set by Klein, but there's some times that you're going to need a different size or a different shape than what comes in that. So having a 100-piece security bit set is really important to bail you out in certain situations. And I know this sounds silly, but don't lose the foam, because if you do, and you try to store this and it gets thrown around in your bag, all of those tips are just going to get shuffled around in here and you're going to have 99 problems and tips are one. The other thing you want to do is mark the bottom of the container and say, don't open this side, or you could say, don't open dead inside if you're a Walking Dead fan. Because if you open this upside down, obviously all the bits are going to come flying out. When it comes to organization and keeping track of the little pieces, that's so critical out in the field. I love these little Plano divided organizers. These are for fishing tackle, but they are so perfect for our industry as well. The reason I like the Planos over the other brands is it has a nice solid clip to it that doesn't break off very easily. A lot of the other cheaper ones will just have like a little plastic flip down tab, and those break off in a heartbeat. So these will stand up to being thrown around in a tool bag. You want to make sure that you have spare batteries for all of your tools and testers and things that might take regular batteries. So you want, double A's, triple A's, 9 volts. And some of my cable testers take these really specialized little batteries. So I carry those with me. And I always carry a CMOS battery, which is a 2032. You'll see those in computers, and a lot of other devices use those same batteries. So it's nice to have those on hand, because you can buy these in bulk off of Amazon instead of trying to go to a retail store and spending $15 for them. And then with all the network racks out there, there's a lot of different thread types. You go out to install a new device in a rack, and whoever installed the rack took all the spare screws with them. So having a little organizer with a bunch of different thread types and your nuts will bail you out in so many situations. Even though we're data techs, there's going to be times that you're going to need a circular saw. This particular one is Skill. Again, I'm not brand specific. Find whatever you like the best. But I do like this little carry case. I mean, I could throw it in my main tool bag, but it's nice to have this in its own bag. You are going to need a wood blade to cut backboards and pieces of wood and things like that. But you're also going to want to have a blade for metal. And you're also going to want to have a blade for brick, cinder block, cement, things like that. So having its own little container is nice. I hope this gives you some ideas of what tools you need to carry on your work van. Be sure to check out the playlist above that has all of my tool related videos in it. If you got value today, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, let's get you out in the field making money. I'll see you in the next video.